Emily Parker was 30 years old and lived in Seattle, Washington. She worked for a large event planning company called Silver Oak Events. Emily planned weddings, business dinners, charity balls, and birthday parties. She was creative and hardworking. She often stayed late when other employees went home. She solved problems quickly and kept nervous clients calm. But her boss, Richard Coleman, never gave her the company's biggest events. One Monday morning, Emily entered his office. "I have worked here for 6 years," she said. "Why am I never chosen to lead an important event?" Richard leaned back in his chair. "You are talented, Emily. No one questions that." "Then what is the problem?" "Our wealthy clients want someone stable and responsible." "I am stable and responsible." Richard looked at the empty ring finger on her left hand. "You are single. You could leave the company or move to another city at any time." Emily could not believe what she was hearing. "So married people are responsible, but single people are not." "I did not say that." "You did not have to." Emily left his office feeling angry and insulted. A few days later, the company received a call from Charles Whitmore, one of the richest real estate developers in Washington state. His daughter, Lauren, was getting married. The wedding would have nearly 500 guests and cost more than $2 million. Every planner in the company wanted the job. During the first meeting, Emily presented her idea. She wanted to create an indoor forest inside an old glass building near the water. The ceremony would take place beneath tall trees covered with soft lights. A small wooden bridge would lead the bride toward the altar. Charles loved it. "This is exactly what my daughter wants," he said. Then he noticed the silver ring Emily was wearing. The ring was not an engagement ring. It had belonged to Emily's grandmother. Charles smiled. "When is your wedding?" Emily opened her mouth to correct him. But Richard quickly answered, "Next spring." Emily turned toward her boss in shock. Charles looked pleased. "Wonderful. Then Emily understands what Lauren is experiencing." Before Emily could say anything else, Charles announced that he wanted Emily to manage the wedding. After the meeting, Emily followed Richard into the hallway. "Why did you tell him I was engaged?" "You wanted the project." "I wanted it because I earned it." "And now you have it." "But I am not getting married." Richard lowered his voice. "No one needs to know. Wear the ring and say your fiancé travels for work." "That is dishonest." "It is business." Emily wanted to walk away, but this wedding could change her career. If she succeeded, she could finally start her own event company. She made a terrible decision. She agreed to continue the lie. For several weeks, everything went well. When people asked about her fiancé, Emily gave short answers. His name was Noah. They had met through mutual friends. He worked outside Seattle. They planned to marry the following year. Emily hoped no one would ask to meet him. But one afternoon, Charles invited the wedding team to dinner at his home. "Bring your fiancé," he told Emily. "Lauren is excited to meet him." Emily tried to make an excuse. "He may be out of town." "Ask him to return," Charles said. "This is an important family evening." That night, Emily sat alone in a neighborhood coffee shop. She had two choices. She could admit the truth and possibly lose the project. Or she could find someone to pretend to be her fiancé for one evening. While Emily stared at her untouched coffee, a man sat at the piano in the corner and began playing. He was tall, with brown hair and a warm smile. He wore a simple blue shirt with the sleeves rolled up. After finishing the song, he walked toward Emily's table. "You look like you are planning either a wedding or a crime," he said. Emily looked up. "A wedding. That is usually safer." She almost smiled. His name was Noah Bennett. He worked as a music teacher at a public middle school. On Friday nights, He played the piano at the coffee shop to earn extra money. When Emily heard his name, she stared at him. "Your name is really Noah?" "Yes." "Why?" Emily suddenly had a foolish idea. "Have you ever acted?" "I teach 12-year-olds. I act calm every day." Emily explained her situation. She told him about her boss, the ring, the wealthy client, and the imaginary fiancé named Noah. When she finished, Noah remained silent. "You want me to pretend to be engaged to you?" he finally asked. "For one dinner." "That is one of the strangest things anyone has ever asked me." "I will pay you $600. Noah shook his head. "I do not want the money." "Then you will not help me." "I will help under one condition." "What condition?" "You will donate the money to my school's music program. Our instruments are falling apart." Emily agreed. They had 4 days to prepare. Emily wrote down important facts about herself. She loved cheeseburgers without onions. She hated camping. She called her younger sister every Sunday. Her dream was to own an event planning business. Noah read the list. "What is your greatest fear?" he asked. "That is not important. A fiancé should know." Emily hesitated. "Failure." "Why?" "My father lost his business when I was a teenager. Our family lost our home. Since then, I have believed that one mistake can destroy everything." Noah looked at her kindly. "Sometimes one mistake only teaches you what to do next." Then Emily asked about him. Noah's mother had died when he was in college. His father lived in Arizona. Noah once dreamed of becoming a professional songwriter, but he chose teaching because he wanted a steady life. "Do you regret it?" Emily asked. "Sometimes," he admitted. "But then one of my students plays a song correctly for the first time, and I remember why I stayed." On the evening of the dinner, Noah arrived wearing a dark suit. Emily opened the door and stared at him. "What?" he asked. "You look surprisingly respectable." "You sound disappointed." "I am nervous." Noah offered his arm. "Then let your fake fiancé protect you." Charles Whitmore's home was enormous. It stood above the water and had floor-to-ceiling windows. Lauren welcomed them warmly. "So this is the mysterious Noah," she said. Noah smiled. "I am only mysterious because Emily never stops working long enough to talk about me." During dinner, the family asked them many questions. Where did they meet? Who said, "I love you" first? Who proposed? Emily began to panic. Noah answered calmly. "We met in a grocery store." Emily looked at him in surprise. "She was arguing with the self-checkout machine," he continued. "I was not arguing," Emily said. "It charged me twice." She threatened to report it to management. It was stealing from customers. Everyone laughed. Noah continued the story. He said he helped Emily fix the machine. She left without thanking him, so he followed her outside. "That sounds like stalking," Emily said. "I prefer determined romance." The family laughed again. For the first time that evening, Emily relaxed. After dinner, Lauren asked Noah to play the piano. Noah sat down and played a gentle song. The entire room became quiet. Emily watched him from across the room. For a few minutes, she forgot that everything was supposed to be fake. When the song ended, Lauren smiled at them. "You two are completely different, but you look perfect together." Emily forced herself to smile. The dinner was successful. Charles was pleased, and Richard praised Emily the next morning. But the lie did not end. Lauren enjoyed Noah's company and invited him to wedding planning meetings. Charles invited the couple to a weekend at his lake house. Emily asked Noah to continue pretending for another month. "You said one dinner," he reminded her. "I know. Things became complicated." Lies usually do. I will donate more money to the school. This is not about money. Then why are you angry? Because you are building your future on something that is not real. Emily looked down. I only need to continue until the wedding. Noah finally agreed. During the following weeks, they spent more time together. Noah helped Emily choose music for the ceremony. Emily visited his school and met his students. The music room had cracked chairs and old instruments. 2 students had to share one trumpet. A violin was held together with tape. Emily organized a fundraising concert. She contacted local businesses, arranged donated food, and decorated the school auditorium. Noah saw a softer side of her. At work, Emily was serious and demanding. Around the children, she was patient and encouraging. One evening, they stayed late to hang lights in the auditorium. Noah stood on a ladder. The lights are crooked, Emily said. They are creative. They are uneven. They have personality. Emily shook her head and climbed the ladder herself. One leg of the ladder suddenly moved. Emily lost her balance. Noah caught her. For a moment, neither spoke. Her hands rested on his shoulders. His arms were around her waist. Their faces were very close. Emily quickly stepped away. You should have checked the ladder. I think you are changing the subject. There is no subject. There almost was. Emily turned away, but her heart was beating quickly. A few days later, Emily's younger sister saw photographs of Emily and Noah online. Lauren had posted pictures from the family dinner. You are engaged, her sister shouted over the phone. Why didn't you tell me? Emily wanted to confess, but her sister sounded so happy. Is he good to you? She asked. Emily looked at Noah, who was standing nearby. Yes, Emily said softly. He is. After the call, Noah became serious. You need to tell your family the truth. I will. When? After the wedding. You are not only lying to your boss anymore. I know. Then stop. I could lose the biggest opportunity of my career. Noah looked disappointed. You are so afraid of failure that you are losing the honest person you used to be. His words hurt because they were true. The week before the wedding, Lauren had an argument with her real fiancé, Jason. She called Emily in tears. I think he is hiding something from me. Jason later arrived and explained the truth. He had secretly taken a second job because he wanted to pay for their honeymoon himself. Lauren held his hand. You should have told me. A marriage cannot begin with secrets. Emily heard those words and felt ashamed. She was helping another couple prepare for marriage while her own engagement was completely false. That evening, she spoke to Noah. I will tell everyone the truth after the wedding. Why not now? Lauren is already stressed. I will not create another problem before her big day. Noah nodded. But until then, we stop pretending when we are alone. What does that mean? No holding hands. No romantic stories. No acting like I'm in love with you. Emily looked at him. Were you acting? Noah's face became sad. In the beginning. And now? Now too much of it is real. He walked away before Emily could answer. The wedding day arrived. The glass building had been transformed into a magical forest. Lights hung from the trees. White flowers covered the bridge. The water outside reflected the sunset. Guests praised Emily's work. Richard smiled. This event will make our company famous. But Emily felt empty. Just before the bride entered, a worker noticed that part of the lighting structure above the dance floor had become loose. Emily immediately stopped the ceremony. Richard became angry. 500 guests are waiting. The structure could fall. We cannot delay the wedding. We can delay a wedding, Emily said. We cannot risk someone getting hurt. She ordered everyone away from the dance floor and called the safety team. Charles supported her. You are protecting my daughter and our guests, he said. Take as much time as you need. The repair took 40 minutes. During the delay, Noah played the piano and kept the guests entertained. The wedding finally began. It was beautiful. After the ceremony, Charles thanked Emily. You made the right decision today. Safety mattered more than appearances. Emily understood something important. Charles trusted her because of her ability and judgment, not because she wore an engagement ring. She asked Charles, Lauren, Richard, and Noah to meet privately. Her hands shook as she removed her grandmother's ring. I need to tell you the truth, she said. I am not engaged. Everyone became silent. Emily explained everything. She admitted that Richard had announced the engagement and that she had allowed the lie to continue because she wanted the project. Noah agreed to attend one dinner, she said. I kept asking him to continue. Richard interrupted. Emily, stop talking. No. I have lied long enough. She turned toward Charles. I am sorry. I understand if you never work with me again. Charles looked angry. I do not like being deceived. I understand. But I chose your idea before I knew anything about your personal life. Today, you protected hundreds of people when your manager cared only about the schedule. He turned toward Richard. Did you refuse to promote her because she was unmarried? Richard tried to explain. Charles raised his hand. I will not work with a company that judges women this way. He announced that his future events would be handled directly by Emily. Richard became furious. You work for me, he told her. Emily removed her company badge. Not anymore. She placed it on the table and walked outside. Noah followed her. The lights of Seattle shone across the water. You finally told the truth, he said. I should have done it weeks ago. Yes. I hurt you. Yes. I used your kindness. Yes. Emily frowned. Could you disagree with at least one thing? Noah smiled. You look beautiful tonight. That was not what I meant. I know. Emily held up her grandmother's ring. I used this ring to create a false relationship. Noah waited. I do not need a fake fiancé anymore, she said. What do you need? A real first date. After all this, we are beginning with one date. Yes. No acting. No secret plan. No payment. Noah held out his hand. One honest date. Emily took it. 3 months later, she opened her own event company. She called it True Moments Events. Charles became her first major client and recommended her to other families. Noah continued teaching music. The fundraising concert raised enough money to buy new instruments for every student. Emily and Noah's relationship grew slowly. They disagreed about music, decorations, and crooked lights. But they never lied about their feelings. 1 year later, Noah brought Emily back to the coffee shop where they had first met. He played the same song he had performed at Charles's home. Then he approached her table and placed a small box in front of her. Emily stared at it. Is someone paying you to do this? No. Is this part of an event? No. Are we pretending again? Noah opened the box. Inside was a simple engagement ring. No, he said. This time, everything is real. Emily smiled. She remembered the borrowed ring, the false engagement, and the fear that had controlled her decisions. Then she looked at the man who had taught her that the truth could be frightening, but it could also set her free. Yes, she said. Noah placed the ring on her finger. The relationship was not picture perfect. It was honest, complicated, and real. And that was much better.